The gang has at long last reached their destination, the imperial capital of Obsidonia. The once glorious streets and palace are no more, having become engulfed in rubble beneath a cliff, resembling mighty fangs that could crush anything. Whoa! Look at the place! This looks nice! This looks nice! Beyond the bridge resembling a massive ribcage, the castle of Pandemonium's wretched interior comes into view. Whoa! What on earth is this? There are canine magical beasts everywhere! Countless shadows of these canines dart about the castle as if they were starving strays. Blood-curdling screams can be heard from all over the castle. They are no doubt the screams of Obsidonian soldiers. This looks so much like the palace I know so well, yet at the same time it's completely different. What is this place? The way the staircases are positioned is just a mess. It's as if I'm looking at the Federation waterworks. The castle of Pandemonium we find ourselves in is our capital's lair. Although barely mentioned in the Order of Glory's books of Revelations, could the multi-headed raging canines be the Cerberus it talks about? Gymnos and Kafka cautiously approach the Cerberus, apparently bound in place for some form of magic. Unexpectedly, Kafka holds out his hand towards the Cerberus's bared fangs. This has to be Hellion. The way he's baring his fangs to convey his anger looks just like how he would express his anger to me. Oh, so many times. Is Cerberus Hellion? It can't be. Hellion, are you in there? I'm coming for you. Emperor Kafka, please remain calm. You mustn't be rash. It's not even afraid of my flames. If anything, it's consuming them. Thanks, Ball. With a single mighty strike, Barboras forcefully drives back the Cerberus, attacking them. Contrary to Kuhn's joy from receiving his aid, Barboras is clearly disgruntled. Hey, we're leaving this place. What? Why? You saw how it devoured your flames, no? You're no good against such an opponent. Even if this predicament, you have no intention of becoming a full-fledged dragon, and that is exactly why you won't be able to win this fight. Understand this castle is a lair created by gluttony. Furthermore, his awakening has progressed far enough to interfere with what's on ground level. It's not like I want to lose, but I just have no idea what to do even with you telling me to become a dragon right now. I'm disappointed in you. I have no idea what I saw in you. You don't have to say that! If that's what you think, do something about it, Ball. Shut up! There are some things even I cannot deal with. If you hadn't cut me down in the first place, I wouldn't be like this. Kafka, wait! Hey, are you not gonna listen to my warnings? I don't think this is the place to be arguing. No, stay away! At the entrance of the castle, the group of three led by Jinosuke remain. Being well versed in handling deceitful yokai as well as magical beasts, Jinosuke brilliantly tracks every nimble move the Cerberus before him makes and cuts it down with savage precision. Fu, Rai, listen carefully. We may lose this battle. What? If and when it comes to that, don't be surprised when I disembowel. Wait, what? You can't be serious! Fu asked back in utter shock. Hey bro, put your camera away! Wait, little bro, something this worthy of being photographed is hard to come by. This is so painful. It's excruciating here. Lord Gordov, please save us. Ah, do you consider yourselves Obsidonian Knights with that attitude? Gordov and his accompanying soldiers plunge deep inside the castle of Pandemonium. These Obsidonian soldiers, having lost the will to fight, shudder as they beg for mercy to their merciless magical beast adversaries. Encircle me! Will you not protect your admiral? Even the undead could do a better job than you imbeciles. Tuh, it comes down to this. Gordov pulls out a cigar from his chest pocket. The golden wrapping makes it evident that it is one of his custom-made smoke bombs. Please stop what you're doing. We'll all fall together at that rate. The soldiers beg Gordov to make the smoke stop as it scorches their throats and causes them to have hair-splitting headaches so powerful that they can't even keep their eyes open. Resorting to a scorched earth strategy is certainly not unheard of. Soldiers never understand the bigger picture, nor do they need to know. Such a strategy would be an honorable sacrifice for the sake of victory. Soon, I will be the emperor who will bring about the revolution to our glorious Obsidonia. You ought to be honored that you will quite literally be the foundation stone upon which this emperor's conqueror, yours truly, shall stand. How? Damn it! Why did I put my trust in you? Knights seek out opportunities for a better life, only to be discarded like trash by aristocrats. A legends of loyalty, which had built a continuously strong Obsidonia, have also fallen by the wayside. The Cerberus lunge at Gordov from beyond his cloud of smoke, their fangs and tongues drenched with drool as they aim for his throat. What? His military art, or perhaps bad luck, which had allowed him to reach the position of admiral, is what saves him from the Cerberus' fearsome fangs. Tuh, damn mongrel, why doesn't my smoke work on you? The psychedelic poison is designed to instantly disrupt the victim's balance upon inhalation, the efficiency of which is evident from how the soldiers beneath him are immobilized. Are they consuming the smoke? More and more of the white smoke unleashed by Gordov becomes sucked up with each breath the Cerberus make. The pack of Cerberus only weaken for a moment as they rise back up and relentlessly surrounded and cornered Gordov. What? Could it be they've grown resistant to it? That can't be! This creation is my masterpiece! Gordov bites down on an antidote cigar, seeing as how the Cerberus have already developed immunity against the poisonous smoke. Now it was Gordov's turn to be hunted. I thought I smelled something nasty. It was you. I have been expecting some fine lion meat, but now you've ruined the whole occasion. Bizbub, is it you? Suddenly, Bizbub gracefully descends from the mosaic art adorning the ceiling of this castle. Gordov is awestruck by Bizbub's overwhelming magical aura, raising both his hands as a gesture of welcoming him. After all, Bizbub, the Shadow King of Gluttony, was a secret within the lair which he had long sought. This must be your blessing, Gluttony. Oh, how I've longed for this very moment. Is that Admiral Gordov? And what is that magical being next to him? Kafka rushes up the stairs to finally come face to face with Gordov, who is standing on a landing. Inside the piled-up heavy armor surrounding Gordov are the corpses of the poor soldiers who have fallen victim to his poisonous smoke. How could you? It's the crow. There's no need for you as it is I who shall attain everything. Crow is the disparaging epithet that Kafka received upon ascending to the throne, but this was the first time that Kafka had been called out to his face. Hear me, follow me. I vow to devour everything in the world, thereby restoring the glory of Obsidonia. That will not do. What? Why am I not the one to do this? I have built my own resistance to poison and indulged in depravity. I am far more suitable than this mere crow who was only chosen because of his bloodline. Kafka had refused the oath of gluttony, which is required for becoming emperor. But what does that say about who is ultimately fit to be the emperor of an empire whose glory had been built upon invasions and expansions? Though shaking out of anxiety from facing the judgment of the Shadow King of his empire's lair, Kafka is reminded of what Barbaros had told him, which is now the very thing keeping his spirits high. His body was not cursed, but rather blessed. Gordov, you shall atone for the crime of insurrection against me, the Empire of Obsidonia, as well as plunging the Empire into its state of chaos. Your nickname is Crow. What's wrong with that? It has an attractive sound to it. The glory of Obsidonia has never interested me. I simply exploited ancestral Obsidonian ambition. I am far different than this cowardish emperor. I vow to uphold my oath of gluttony. The obsession of some old man does not entice my appetite. An unsullied moldy throne not to be enough to satisfy you. The complete lack of affinity between Bizbub and Gordov is clearly evident as breakdown ensues. This alone couldn't possibly break Gordov's obsession so easily. Thought I objected the premise by which I must take to do so. I will simply take the throne through my own accord. Gordov daringly approaches Kafka, trampling over the heaps of Obsidonian soldier corpses as he does so. Here now, cute little crow. Fill your lung with my smoke and look into my eyes. I shall take you to Hellion. That guy has already succumbed to my smoke. You bastard! What have you done to Hellion? I am far different than this cowardish emperor. I vow to uphold my oath of gluttony. Instantaneously permeated the entire air like a burst of mist. With this poison, my healing power can't keep up. Emperor Kafka, you mustn't listen to Admiral Gordov. Behold, gluttony. It is I who shall devour everything to ultimately be victorious. Well, this is called the final chain. Emperor Kafka, please hold yourself together. Kun and the gang are enshrouded in thick poisonous smoke unleashed by Gordov. The Cerberuses pay no heed to the thick haze as they lunge at them whilst they struggle to hold their breath and keep their eyes closed. Ooh, leave these smuts to me. Use your wind. I got it. How could this smog would be so heavy? I can't seem to initiate a wind incantation because of it, but I'm just gonna have to find a way. Fu manages to blow air out that he had stored in a bag, which then instantly created a gust that cleared away the poisonous haze. Oh, little bro, look at you go. Hopefully I was able to make an impact. Where's Admiral Gordov? We must stop his smoke! Oh, ouch! Stop it, mutts! On the other end of the landing, Gordov screams pathetically as he brawls with several Cerberuses. Damn it! My Medal of Honor! Damn beast! Do you have any idea how many hardships I've had to endure to get this? Ouch! Someone! Help me! I'm just one step away. Alas, Gordov falls, and at that very moment, the Cerberi huddle around him let out vengeful shrills that reverberate through the castle pandemonium. See, you're lesser being than even these Cerberuses. Hey! Don't tell me you've inhaled the smoke. I can't believe it. How could you croak from such low-level poison? Stay calm. I use antidote magic. Why are you so fixated on keeping that fragile body? Why do you resist the dragon blood? I don't know. Is it because you still hate me? Do you not believe me? Even how I still can't remove your crystalline good shows that... Paul, you gotta understand. It's not that I hate you. Then what is it? My, I was wondering who could it be. It's you, Dragon King Barbaros. Is that your mate? His flesh seems so weak yet tender. I suppose that's to be expected. Kun, get behind me. Barbaros tries to shield Kun behind a cloak, but this does nothing to prevent Bizbo from having a clear view as he floats high above. Kun, it appears that you are quite cherished by him. Even you must have had some appetite, no? To overturn and eat away at your pointless destiny. Perhaps you've even wanted to become like that Dragon King of yours. Huh? I found it fabulous that you only have one dragon wing. It's the perfect foolish guise for you. How did Dragon King Barbaros' blood taste? I'm sure it must have been divine. So fine that I could make you forget everything you have ever consumed prior. Well, get lost, gluttony. You have all been summoned here by my dragon vein. I shall devour every last one of you. No one gets home tonight, and I mean goes home. Bye-bye. I wish to devour everything I can until my stomach is full. I have no interest in the future left in my wake. Everything alive in this world is mine. Ah, will it be you who satisfies my hunger? I can't help that I'm disfamished. Oh, Dragon King Barbarous, I would have never thought that change would befall you considering how stubborn you are. Alas, this has been your sole flaw, which manifests now in your miserable defeat. Flaw, you say? You are mistaken about that. Kun and I have already driven off jealousy. Being immutable would render me naught, though a fool like yourselves whose dragon vein attracts things like the undead would never understand. Allow me to demonstrate what utter nonsense that is. The bond between me and Hellion embodies the magic of gluttony, which shall transcend even that of ancestral Obsidonia. It will surely devour everything, including your divine dragon power. Magic of gluttony! Bond! What have you done to Hellion? Oh, Crow. His flesh looks so delectable. I couldn't help but lay my hands on him. Oh, how fierce he was. He would have surely been crushed in seconds. How dare you! Cold sweat travels down Kafka's spine, his chest still hot from the burning thought that Hellion must still be there somewhere. Surely it must have gradually dawned on you by now. How Hellion was the perfect warrior to devour the whole of corrupt Obsidonia and cause a revolution. He was of the perfect caliber to be the next emperor. His prowess and spirit were more than sufficient, yet just before he could feast, a hindrance had to get in his way. Hindrance? Are you talking about me? So ignorant. Despite your puny bones with a little flesh, you're the most foolish emperor of Obsidonia for having the nerve to defy me. How exactly you've trained and fed him up to this point is beyond me though. Anyway, today marks the end of just hanging treats in front of him. And now, come forth, Hellion is indeed here! Kafka, are you really going to go? I must. Could you please come with me? I know I've gotten you entangled in this mess, but I'm just afraid that... Wait, this staircase is familiar. It leads straight to... my room. Whoa. What is all this? In the innermost depth of the Castle of Pandemonium, the lair of Obsidonia's capital, Kafka finds a very familiar room, his own bedroom. Yet its current state of disarray was utterly shocking. His bed, which had provided him tranquility and solace, shredded by beasts, and the interior had been completely destroyed. Hellion, are you there? Oh. Huh? Whoa. Oh. Roar. Kafka, watch out! A giant pitch-black sword destroys what's left of the bedroom the two had shared so much time. Each blow was like that of a raging storm, yet it would appear that the trajectory of Hellion's sword deviated slightly away from Kafka's. Kafka could have never held out if Hellion landed a direct hit. In his transformed state, Hellion is crouched down in a corner. His helmet, resembling the head of a Cerberus, hides any emotion he might be displaying. On his abdomen, obsidian can be seen glimmering faintly. Hey, what are you doing? You failed to strike him down! Hellion, put away your sword! All what's happened is that you've been won over by gluttony! I know all about the dark feelings you harbor, which is why we have both bemoaned and sympathized over our misfortunes' lives. What? Hellion, that is the final chain that binds you. Such a young beast you are, having rejected your fate to become emperor, simply grieving each and every day that you deny the strong fortune which does, in fact, run in your blood. Has your hunger ever been satisfied by being with that? Has your desires not always been left dry? You've ultimately been left with nothing. That thing only further deprives you, Hellion. Hellion moans and thrashed about so violently that he could very well self-destruct. From his Cerberus helmet, droplets began to pour out everywhere, whether it was sweat, slobber, or tears. Only he would know. Now then, let's begin a revolution. It is only fitting that the glory of Obsidonia be in the hands of someone worthy of it. Alright, this chapter is called Decisive Battle with the Shadow King of Gluttony. Hey bro, what on earth is possessing you to go outside right now? Alright bro, let me see you go back into that castle. Count me out of being prey to those Cerberus or getting squashed by debris. Despite managing to evade the onslaught of fierce attacks launched by Hellion, who has turned into a gluttonous beast, there has been no opening for them to launch a counter-offensive. His enormous blade easily destroys the pillars of the castle pandemonium. The speed and force at which it does so are beyond the realm of human capability. Lord Jinosuke, why are you being so dumb right now? Aren't you gonna do something? Well, if I killed the guy, little Emperor would get upset and probably won't take sorry as an answer. My binding and blinding magic have no effect. Emperor Kafka, please give us your judgment. All of your allies will be disseminated before long. I know that, I'm painfully aware, but is there really anything I can do? Sir Husband, Sir Cerberus, don't leave me behind! It's no use. I must incinerate the guy. He's 2-1 over by gluttony. You can't! Even if you do that, then how come we've made it this far? To turn you into a full-fledged dragon, I have no interest in anything else. Well, I'm not about that. I'm finishing this right now. Bal, stop! Hellion presses on with his assault by using his giant sword to shield him from Cerberus' flames. How could my flames have no effect? Your flames are no longer miraculous ever since you tossed away eternity. I guess this means it's all over. Are you saying a kiss won't help? If you just need magic, then I can give it to you. That won't do anything. We'll just get devoured and be done with. Hear me, Hellion. It's time for us to lift our magic of gluttony to the surface. Final Emperor to gather at my dragon vein, and you, the world's most prized catch. Neither of you amount to anything. You will all just be devoured by me and be incorporated into my strength. An immense magic force begins to assemble around Bizbub. It then materializes as forks and knives, nay, as butchering knives and scalpels. The points to those magical projectiles are launched straight at Kun as one collection of magical power. No, it's because of me that all of this is happening to Kun. Oh my goodness. Well, that's warning for blood. I'm gonna have to add a disclaimer. Are we still safe, Kun? I'm so sorry for causing all this to happen to you. Not the time to talk, Kafka. Kun shields Kafka as Bizbub's magical knives continue to rain down on them. Kun's body is already wounded all over to the point that even getting back up appears infeasible. Are we going to lose? This isn't over just yet. Kun, I wish I were you instead. I've always admired you. If I were you, I don't think I would have any doubts about becoming a dragon. All I did was stay confined to that room, and now hear me sounding all selfish. I knew you felt that way. Oh. Just then, a bluish-white light begins to glow from inside Kafka's chest. In the center, a shimmering crystal comes into view. What is this? A crystalline good. Kafka, this is your Eidos. Once Eidos is unlocked by opening up one's heart to a dragon. Now as these two meet, death in its face together, their hearts were able to reach out. My Eidos? When Kun's dragon arms touches the light, it turns into a black quill pen. I can't believe how this would be a part of me. I wish to neither become an emperor living in wartime, nor a shrewd, weak leader who is only gifted with his words. I want to become a knight that is able to protect his lover. That is all I wish. Kafka. Large tears dropped to the ground from his eyes. Since when was the last time he had ever shed tears for someone like this? I understand that too. This is what happened then. The decisive battle between Barboras at Dragon King Castle is the scene which is now crossing Kuhn's mind. Oh! What? Where did this insane magic well up from? Hellion, you mustn't falter. Charge at him and finish him off. Huh? Bizbob flutters sonorously above with the full moon behind his back, but then a projectile darts straight up at his elegant flesh from the ground. Whoa! Oh, whoa! Bizbob, Shadow King of Gluttony, prepare yourself! Emperor Kafka? Wait, huh? What is that? A Pegasus? Oh ho! Way to hold out to the last second. How is that you're intimidating me? You are so imbecilic and at the verge of death. Your lying flesh is destined to be devoured by me. How arrogant, how impudent you are. I shall tear those Pegasus wings to shreds. I'll crush your armor and swallow your still beating heart. There's nothing that I can't devour. That is until the day my stomach is full. Hellion, I shall protect you and save you this instant. Come home to me. Alright, this is called At Wilderness Extreme. Wait right there, Bizbob. Kafka darts across the moonlit night sky on his Pegasus as he chases after Bizbob. With nothing to hide behind it in open-air combat, Bizbob has no choice but to flee. Damn, what the hell's happening? This is neither a cheap transformation nor an illusion. What the hell is this? Hellion, leap up and cut him down. I have what you want right here. Hellion has already lost his will to fight, staring blankly at the sky. Crow and Pegasus, their pair of wings float down to Hellion like a butterfly bathing in moonlight. Kafka! Oh wow, hi. Hellion! A massive pool of magic instantly disperses away on the ground, all thanks to the power of their bond. Hellion and Bizbob, the bond formed by the sinful desires of gluttony, is at last severed. No! This can't be happening! There can't be magic more powerful than mine. Barboras should have lost his magic by now. Look, Ball, Kafka is... Hey, Kuhn, what did you do to Intellect? Huh? Yo, Kuhn, how could you do this to Desire? This is it. It's over, Bizbob. Return to your lair. Damn it! Kafka and his Pegasus lost no momentum as they attacked Bizbob from the rear, striking him down to the ground. No! Stop it! Oh, I'm starving, and here I thought I could eat to my heart's content. Kafka! Are you alright? So it's finally over. I commend you for striking the final blow on your own. Did I win? Yeah, you sure did! I felt like I had become a different version of myself. It felt strange, like I was in a dream. Oh no, Hellion! He's right here, Emperor Kafka. Hellion hunches his hefty back and comes near, hanging his head down in shame. Lift up your gaze, Hellion. Contrary to Kafka, Hellion seems to have awoken from a nightmare. His eyes seem to be devoid of life. I'm glad you're safe. We came to save you. Huh? I am not worthy of being rescued. I have turned my blade on my master, to whom I am in debt, and now our capital is in ruins. Though the castle pandemonium disappeared from ground level, the collapsed royal palace of Obsidonia Castle was still reduced to rubble in its wake. Its former glory, the bedroom the two had shared so many memories together, all of that is gone. Sooner or later, Obsidonia would have fallen. The glory of an empire is only temporary, feeding off other nations before turning back into dust. Please order me to take my life. I am to follow true. I don't wish to live anymore. No man wishes to be born as a slave fighter, only to rise in ranks and become entangled in aristocratic conflicts. How am I now is the result of having lived out of desperation. I just can't anymore. I see. What? If that's how you feel, then I wish that you just lived by my side. Many a time, I was engrossed in these wild fantasies about escaping our imperial capital with you. The destination I would always have in mind would never be some dazzling place, but rather somewhere with nothing, quite unlike where we are now. Will you marry me, Hellion? Huh? I intend to say this the next time I would ever see you again. That desire is what had brought me this far. Well, it would be an honor. Really? You don't need to humble yourself anymore. There's nothing left of the Empire now. So, this means that you are my groom. I will entrust Gymnos with the ceremony. What? I am the groom? If anyone should be the groom. What a refreshing feeling, though this is only moments after catastrophe. With Hellion safe, I guess this turned out okay? Eh? I don't care. It didn't turn out well for me. Ah, what are you talking about? We've won! Cheer up! Hey, Kun! Is that you, Kun? Leonhardt! It looks like you've really done it. The sky over Obsidonia became so distorted that your old man lent me a boat since he was so worried about you. Father! So, would you like to head home on my boat? We could knock out the god of the sea again. Oh, could we travel by land, please? Oh, come on! I'm sure you've been all lonely without me. I'm not gonna have my boat destroyed again like that. I actually brought supplies this time. It seems like you have several survivors here. Excuse me for interrupting. Hey, you're the Emperor of Obsidonia. Empire? Oh, Empire? Yeah, well technically he's the Emperor, but yeah, he's the Emperor. That I am. As you can see, however, there's nothing left of our royal palace or of our imperial city. Though few in number, some soldiers and citizens have managed to survive. May I request that you rescue them? Of course! If you want, I can take them back to the Federation. All thanks to good old Equus. I have another request to ask of you. You must be Prince Leonhardt. You strikingly resemble my father. You must be my uncle. My father told me he had a far younger brother. Since that brother has defected and fled abroad with a ship, he was removed from the line of succession to the throne. Provided you're my uncle, I've heard how you also rejected the oath of gluttony, which is why I've always wanted to meet you. I may have rejected gluttony, but I'm still a pirate. Pillaging to eat makes me no different. But I did become what I wanted to become. Huh? Today, I too became what I wanted to become, although things have only just begun. Aww. This is called Another Eidos, the title of the game. Kun and the gang rendezvoused with Paladin Dine after having resolved the calamity that had been afflicting the Imperial's capital. They have now arrived at the inn they go to in the Federation that serves as their base. Thanks for keeping guard, Dine. Ha ha ha! This is nothing. I can keep going for another 3,000 miles. The oath that bound me to be the Dullahan of Noah has at long last been fulfilled. Judging by what state Obsidonia has been left in, I can't really say that's something to be too joyful over. So long as you're happy, Dine, I guess that's what matters. With Lil Emperor in charge, I'm sure I won't have to deal with them again. I'm sure of it. Everything is really all thanks to you though, Half-Dragon Warrior. Allow me to express my thanks once again. With that, Netherman has finished his role as means to reach an end. His flesh will rot and his magic, which has no affinity to what's above ground, will dissipate away. What? Then what's going to happen to Dine? Are you saying he's going to die? Most likely, although he's already dead. I'm just wondering when Netherman here is going to become more behaved. With my lordly spirit as a paladin, who has carried out my directive passed to me during antiquity, I shall never crumble away. I shall find another holy crusade in which to quench evil. Ha ha ha! That sounds more like it. Be sure to take care of yourself. Bal, quit sounding so scary for no reason. It's the truth though. You forgot I'm the Dragon King. I am far more versed in magic than you. Having said that though, there is as of yet no sign of his magic coming to a standstill. Perhaps his flesh, which combined with his armor catalyst, has subdued his magic. He would still be a living corpse though. The bond which would tie down such a great force of magic through one's flesh would have to be from... Barbarous looks over at Kuhn's face. As much as he doesn't want to admit it, his subtle sign of jealousy by going silent tells all. So I guess that means Dine won't just crumble away later? Huh, well it would appear so. Good for him. Hey, Half-Dragon Warrior, I have a proposal for you. Instead of being chased around like prey, how about going on an expedition to vanquish evil with me? Say no. We're done with sticking our heads into trouble for a long while. What? Good grief. There's always something strange happening near you, Kuhn. What? You think so too, Bal? It just never gets old. Alright, today's the day we have you take a bath. What do you mean? Did I just have one earlier? How long ago is earlier to you? Don't be stupid, Lord Junosuke. The Yamato members of the gang are gathered outside the entrance to the end, but to everyone's surprise, Shogun Junosuke is being hounded. Guys, Junosuke! Oh, it's Kuhn. I need your help. My retainers from Yamato are being too strict to their lord. This is an order from Lord Rasho. This is ridiculous. This might cast doubt on our goodwill towards the Federation. Yamato's impression will take a nosedive from this. Hey, let's not get too carried away here. Hey, by the way, that was some surprise victory in our battle earlier. Huh? Are you talking about me? You really showed us what that divine dragon power was all about that's been spoken of for generations in Yamato. Well, I mean, Kafka's the one who really... It truly was a marvelous miracle. Shall I call you Kuhn? Nah, I'm sure Kuhn would still be fine. Kai, stop it. Just refer to me as you normally would. Hey, you there. Huh? What's the matter, Bal? What's with the scary face? Don't get near Kuhn. I have more than enough magic to erase your existence. Everyone becomes anxious at how sudden Barbarous expresses his anger towards Junosuke. I haven't even asked you what your true motives are. My motto is simply, no road is long with good company. My heart has been touched by how you all pitched in to help the little emperor. Yeah, everyone really worked together. You don't have to be so nasty. I'm going back into my room. Wait, Bal! Sorry, he got pretty upfront with his feelings just now. The Dragon King sure is scary even when he's that tiny. I thought I was gonna piss myself. Well though, if you were to become a full-fledged dragon, that'd make things more secure for you. I really thought you were fixing to run away or lose. It was one or the other as far as I could see. You did a fine job, boy. Junosuke scrubs through Kuhn's reddish hair as if he were comforting a child. I agree. I was just as nervous the whole time. I got a lot of invaluable footage. One of them will say, "Want a piece of me, Shadow King?" Alrighty, now that the discussion's over, it's bat time. Bat time, you hear. Oh, just stubborn little twat. The Federation is famous for its bats, so I'm sure you'll actually take a liking to them. That's a perfect idea. I want to try going to that huge bathhouse in the capital. Kafka and Hellion were actually able to make it to the Federation a step ahead of everyone else thanks to hopping aboard Leonhardt's ship. Having already directly informed King Echoes of what had transpired, they too were temporarily resting at the inn, until it was time for them to return to their empire. Kafka! My, what a splendid inn this is! I'm deeply grateful of King Echoes' gracious hospitality. Obsidonia is in its hour of dire need. I must first re-establish the functionality of our imperial city. I'm quite impressed at the Federation's policy regarding immigration. I'm actually thinking about allowing access to our lair. Allowing access to the lair? Mostly for adventurers from other nations. There are plenty of useful relics that can be found in Obsidonia's lair. The most expedient means of procuring funds would be to sell excavation rights to the Sepian Trade Association, but I'm sure they would demand monopoly rights. I feel like that would ultimately just spark a war. Having said all that, I haven't even come close to sorting out alliance negotiations. I'm trying to get a sense of how the world currently views Obsidonia. Rather than worrying about other nations invading, I want to forge paths to reconciliation and friendship. Especially with the undead in the Forest of Death, the Federation, and the volcanic islands of Certsi. Certsi. Yes, Certsi is a mercenary nation. They have a tradition of traveling the world upon reaching adulthood. I would like to make Obsidonia an attractive venue for them. I know you haven't particularly liked Certsi, but is there a particular reason as to why? Well, the orcs, you know what? It's nothing. Huh? I'm also particularly indebted to Prince Leonhardt. It appears that King Echoes will recognize voyages between Obsidonia and the Federation. We are to expect commerce and regular shipments via ships from the Federation's expenditures. I also hear that he's willing to lend us captains and help establish sea routes. This is a lot of work. I proposed to restore Prince Leonhardt's royal rank, but he declined immediately. Sounds like Leon. Of course, all of these plans can only happen with the condition that Bizbob stays quiet. Once I return to our nation, I hope to find Bizbob and have a dialogue with him. He is still indispensable to the prosperity of Obsidonia. Furthermore, I don't wish to grow to hate him. Thanks to him, I was able to change myself. Kafka looks down at his own two hands. Symbolically, his hands are his sword and shield with which to fulfill his duty as protector. The swishing sounds of his Pegasus wings cutting through the air is still vivid in his mind. I was also able to learn more about you, Hellion. The chemistry that ties our fates together is as inauspiciously dark as it is auspiciously bright. Yeah. Sorry, I sound like I've been reading too many novels lately, but still. I heard how even King Echoes directly spoke with the Shadow King here and was successful at conciliating, which is why I think I may be able to do the same. Kafka spoke at a great length about his hopes for the future, daring not to stress over the current state of his capital, for now he has Hellion back at his side. Just as Kun is exiting their room, he is stopped by Hellion. I know this might sound like a rehash of old news, but I really did put all of you in a heap of trouble. For that, I am truly sorry. Obsidonia had already detested the dark clouds of dusk. In turn, we also shunned away from the Dragon King. Having seen him face to face just now, I'm astonished by how passionate he is. Oh, you mean Ball? I wouldn't say he's passionate, more so than he's mad all the time. Your relationship doesn't seem all that bad. It's my ideal one. Really? I wouldn't go down that road if I were you. Hey, at least Kun agrees. I don't know if it's because of Bizbo, but there's something about you that's caught my eye. Huh? If you'd like, try visiting Obsidonia once in a while. I'll look forward to future times together. Thanks, Hellion. Sorry. Gymnos! Oh my goodness. Well, you have your time. Our Dragon Warrior, to think I would witness the miracle you made happen. Alas, my worldly desires have only intensified. Huh? Huh? Whoa! I mean, to think my prayer came true, that you'd come here. Of course I'd come here. We all fought together. I guess you're right. Are you by yourself? Yes. Anyway, I'm glad we're both safe and sound. Gymnos, are you also returning to Obsidonia? Yes, it is my beloved homeland. So long as Emperor Kafka remains safe, I intend to be there to support him moving onward. I see. That makes me feel a little lonely. Relations between us and the Federation are sure to open up, so I'll have lots of chances to visit. So long as you're alright with the idea, I would love to maintain a relationship. Of course! You don't have to be so formal though. Why yes. It's just that I witnessed a miracle by a divine dragon. My faith is only strengthened by that. Yet my mind is still plagued by worldly desires. Why must I be so foolish like this before a god? Gymnos grips at the rope binding on him, one layer removed from his robe. Hey, quit it! You don't have to torment yourself! Besides, I don't think it was really my strength that made us win in the Imperial capital. Do you really think so? At least let me pray for your continued safety. Everyone needs to have something or someone to hang on to these days. Yeah, sure. Let's just be sure to stay friends just the way we are. Understood. The way you look at me right now, though, makes me want to... Helene! Brother! Oh, hey, Kun. I heard all about what happened. It sounds like a huge accomplishment. Father has been so worried ever since something strange happened in the direction of Obsidonia. You need to be careful not to worry him so much. I guess there's no getting around that, though. Who would have thought you'd actually receive a request from the actual Emperor of Obsidonia? Yeah, you just need to make sure you come home every now and then. Stalin here has been doing really great work tidying up. He can do carpentry jobs, he's tactful, and he excels at steward tasks more than any typical laborer can. Sounds like he'd be a great spouse. Don't be silly, he's not who I want to marry. Huh? Well, crap, I just lost the perfect opportunity. It would appear that Alec has yet to actually propose to Elaine. I'm just gonna have to take down a Dragon King level villain one more time. Speaking of which, Bizbob is the sinful desire of gluttony, right? That makes both the Federation and the Empire of Obsidonia places where a Shadow King of sinful desire has come out of his lair to interfere with the affairs of above-ground civilization. I've been worried about that my homeland of Amberdon, where my father still resides, will be no exception with its grand lair. It has been bothering me. You do have a point. In the Book of Revelations I read at the monastery, it made mention of pride, one that transcends even the gods in pursuing sorcery in Amberdon. It was frightening enough to read this, as it would essentially negate all of our national history, but I'm glad I remembered it. It'd be nice if nothing has happened to my father. It sounds like you're really worried. Well, I may look really down because of it, but I promise you I'm fine. After all, I have you, Kun, the half-dragon warrior, on my side. I'm sure that if anything were to happen, you would save me too. Well, yeah, I'd do my very best. Thank you. Oh. Yay! Sir Husband is home! I really like the bed here. The pillows and covers today are so soft. I'm beat. Kun flops onto the bed where Barboros is quietly sleeping, hugging his cute little dragon king all cozy in place of a pillow. Sorry. Today's a wrap. We're going to bed now. I'm beyond exhausted. It's quite rare for Sir Barboros to be this tired. Be sure to get a good night's sleep. Shut your trap. Kun is the one who causes my magic to not last. Sorry. I wasn't so weak like this. So you're saying you always had to be the strongest? That's exactly what I mean. I'm the Dragon King. It's a disgrace that I'm not even able to protect my mate. You don't always have to fight, you know. No matter where the last enemy targeting you may flee to, the next one is on its way from somewhere you would least expect. Here I was in that situation, unable to do anything. So Baal, you're saying it wasn't all because of you? Tell the whole truth. In reality, my goal was to make you be in such a tight spot that I could have you turn yourself into a full-fledged dragon. It's beyond vexing that it wasn't my power at play. Neither was it intellect's victory. Why do you say that? Wasn't he the one who mounted that Pegasus and shot down Bizbob? There was no winning factor against gluttony to be had in him. He's merely a little thing who is incapable of protecting his own retainer, no matter how clever he may act. That only leaves you, as unbelievable as it sounds. In the same way, you took down me despite being a nobody. There's a necessity about this that makes it seem like it's a miracle. Do you really think so? Everyone's saying that it's all thanks to me, but I haven't done anything. I'll tell you my best guess. You rewrote his Eidos. I'm talking about intellect. How would I even know how to do that? I'm telling you the answer is within you. Kun uncontrollably blushes as he finds himself snug inside the Dragon King's arms. When Barboros touches Kun's chest, what could be distinctly he heard was a throbbing pulse reverberating through his body. You still can't extract it? When you say extract, do you mean my crystalline good? If I can't even extract your crystalline good out, well, what makes you think I can extract mine? That's because you never want to become a dragon! That's the thing! Ah, damn it! I am in the wrong. Their bedroom, which had been full of tension up until now, erupts in laughter. Of course, the only one not laughing is the Dragon King, who looks like he has egg on his face. You little rat! You just laughed right now, didn't you? You wanna get killed?
Yikes! I'm so sorry! It's just, wow! It's just I never thought you were capable of apologizing, Sir Barboros.
Ugh. You can't be rough on Amory either! Tuh. Paul, do you really think it would have been best if we had all not gone to Obsidonia? Why would I think that? I'm not just talking about Obsidonia. Here are you having it in your mind that the world is so small, then you come dragging me off my island. Every time, and put through so much suspense. I get nervous every time too, you know. For a moment there, I thought it was all over. This may have only been my second time going on adventure outside the Federation, but this one was really fun. That's why I just want to have you open up your body and soul to me already. Paul, what do you think you're doing? Paul, your face is bright red, and you say you're the Dragon King. Oh, shut up. I'll extract it from you today, I swear. Amory, help!
Yes, Sir Husband. I'm on my way to help right now.
With this, the Empire of Obsidonia Saga, Chapter 2 of Another Eidos comes to a close, and Chapter 3 begins. Well, that is it for Another Eidos, Decadence of Glory, the Empire of Obsidonia. That is right! So, I've actually read this event before, so we're actually just rereading it, and I'll be sharing my thoughts, my initial thoughts before I do my narrative theory review thing. Objective review on Tumblr. That's which I haven't done. I'm so sorry, but it's not easy to make these things. But yeah. Anyway, so let's start with a bit of something that I think should have been noticeable during the adult scene. But there's something unique about that adult scene that I never really expected, was that there's this line between which adult scene is just for show and which adult scene is for showing a bit of the context of the story. And I think Another Eidos definitely shows that perfectly. You can tell when something is like, okay, you know, it's just for us to, you know, I can't say the word here, but yeah. And I think the one with Hellion and the jailers and the prisoners was a perfect example of a scene that does embody the game, but also is a important lore point of the chapter. So really like that point. For Eureka bonuses, however, I initially was gonna give a Eureka bonus on this specific event, but I decided to go back against it because I think this is just pretty much almost the same structure as the Black Emerald, so there's nothing really much to look here. And in all honesty, the way everything was paced felt a bit simple, okay? It feels like I did not remember much about the story in general. So yeah, I think it did not successfully do that. I think the presentation though was really good, even though there was lack of world building. We only know about the Forest of Death and the Imperial City. There's actually no conflict within the Imperial City. It was just cut off. It is a very smart tactic to do that, especially given to, you know, the intensity of it all and the worries. It's pretty much unexpected, but you know, it's pretty much an unexpected yet I don't know how to say it, but like, it kind of makes sense, if you know what I mean. So I have to say that this story was pretty decent actually. I wish I got to get more about Hellion and maybe like a bit of some like backstory, but to be honest, I think maybe the characters could have been utilized a bit perfectly, because in all honesty there were a bit too many characters and they were absolutely useless majority of the time. So I think I'm gonna be giving this with just a numerical score out of 8 out of 10. I think it's a pretty good story. So yeah, so that is another Eidos. So sorry, no Eureka bonus for today, but that's alright. But yeah. Anyway, so next chapter we will be delving into Alpha and Omega, the wild and its overgrowth, the tribal lands of Verdansia. That's right. So this was actually a chapter that was not released during the games. It was not released when the game came out, so you had to wait a few months. It was after Erotic Wrestling. So yeah, so we are going to delve into this one in the next episode. So yeah, so anyways, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this episode of another Eidos of Dragonbane R, and also reading through this. Please make sure to share your comments down below on what you think about the event, and also maybe some details about it in general, or maybe some facts about certain characters that I need to know about, especially if you have read through different Eidos and I may have or missed something, or may have not understood some of the context there of the story. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!